All right. Hi, family. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to try to project my voice because I've been getting a lot of comments about how soft my voice can be, so people can't really hear me. And I don't like feeling like I'm yelling because I can project my voice. It just makes me feel like I'm yelling. Like now. So hopefully this is better. And I'm going to try to open my throat chakra up more. I feel like I'm so loud. I feel like people in the other room can hear me. Anyway, if you're new here, hi. My name is B. Welcome. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. I feel like I am so loud right now. That is ridiculous. I feel like I'm hollering. But okay. This is going to be a twin flame update because I haven't done an update in a while. We will do channeled messages at the end, and they will be over on Patreon. Yes, I have on a jacket because I am cold. Okay, it's very cozy. Anyway, so of course, if you know how this goes, you know how this goes. If you don't know how this goes and you are new, check down below in the description box for anything that you might need. And yeah, let's just jump in with the jump in. So give me 2 cards for twin flame updates. I'm probably going to keep laughing at myself throughout the video because I really do feel like I'm loud as fuck right now. Yeah. So, 2 oracle cards. I feel like we got those last time. I don't want those. Give me some of those. Alright. Bottom of the deck we have peace with the white buffalo woman. The cards that we have are power and magic, Morgan Le Fay and Oya. So generally as an update, I do feel like these cards are basically reminding you guys, divine feminine, divine masculine, to remember your power and remember the magic that you have in your power. I just saw 222 on my timestamp. So in order to really bring balance into the connection and or bring union back into the connection, this feels like it is a good time and a good week to remember your power and remember the power that is your own magic. Okay? A lot of the time that can look like manifesting what it is that you want in your connection. Okay? Sometimes that is just remembering to stay in alignment with what it is that you want in your connection. Okay? Peace is also down at the bottom of the deck, like I said, which is also a good indicator of balance, bringing peace, bringing harmony into the connection. So I feel like I'm hollering. Like I really feel like the people in the other room gonna be like, damn, bitch. Okay. So this is a good time to ask yourself this week, what power and what magic are you tapping into? Is it something that you want to manifest specifically in your connection? Are you just trying to stay in alignment? Is the power simply the power of belief? The magic card is also a card to say, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in your own magic? Do you know that you have magic in what it is that you speak over yourself? Or what it is that you declare and decree over yourself, right? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Just like, you know, maybe some of you, you're good at scripting, right? How often are you writing down these manifestations, right? How often are you believing that you can manifest something, that you can believe in something, right? Sometimes it's not even about manifestation as much as it is simply about believing in the powers that be, right? Power card. How often are you believing in the powers that are your spiritual team, that can bring you peace, that can bring you balance, that can bring you resolution of conflict? Okay? This is a good time to remember your power, but also remember to not abuse it. Okay? I'm not usually the one to tell y'all to manifest y'all's person. I personally don't like manifesting my person, right? I'm more of a believer of staying. That's really fucking annoying. Actually, I'm gonna mute this. Hold on, because that was annoying. How well can you simply believe in the powers that be, right? How often can you believe in your alignment, but to not abuse it? Okay. I know that that's sometimes a balance that I want to stay in between. I know that I can manifest, right, things, but I don't like to feel like I'm manifesting it, because I don't like to feel like I'm tweaking free will. So for me, it's more so a merit of staying in alignment with what I believe, right? But you can also abuse that power to let it go to your head, you know? You can also abuse that power if you are manifesting your partner, and you can start fucking with free will. And that's something that I don't like to feel like I'm doing. That's something, a balance that I'm always trying to be in, you know, staying in alignment, but how much alignment can you stay in before it's fucking with the free will? How much can you manifest the connection, the person, right, before it is you're messing with their free will, right, and abusing that power. Okay. So for some of you, I do feel like the overall energy is wanting to be at peace. This card overall energy is also about, you know, making peace with yourself, making peace with your person, making peace with the people around you, and simply just finding peace, right? So let's see, let's get into the cards of it all. By the book is reversed. Plain is here. Abundance is here. New you. News. And one more. Distance. Bottom of the deck is the heartbreak card. So this is the overall energy. So some of you guys are still definitely dealing with heartbreak, disappointment, sadness. Okay? And where that is the case, it's going to be very important for you to remember your power. If you are dealing with heartbreak, it's time for you to finally make peace with whatever it is that's still been bothering you, with whatever it is that's still been fucking with you. Okay? For those of you that are kind of moving through that, you know, there could just be some disappointment because, again, maybe you're looking to reconcile and make peace with someone, but it hasn't exactly happened yet. And where that applies, again, do you believe that it will happen? How often can you believe in your own magic of staying in alignment, of manifestation, to say this will happen? I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know what it'll look like, but I know it will happen. Okay? And to stand in that power that you have, to know that you have the power of magic, to know that there is, you know, magic in standing in that power, standing in that confidence, standing in that alignment, in that manifestation. Okay? By the book is reversed. So I will start out the gate and say that some of you, it's time to actually throw away the rule book. The way that you've been doing this or going about doing this, it's not working, and it's time to throw away the guideline book, right? Sometimes we have values and morals and standards and like a rule book that we go by, right? Well, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to walk here, I'm going to walk there, and I'm going to stick by these things, right? These standards, these morals that I've set for myself. For some of you, it is time for you to actually go against that grain. Had to burp. It's time for you to go against that grain for some of you, and it's time to cultivate a new way of doing something, right? This new you part says a new way of thinking, a new way of expressing, a shift in focus, self-realization, epiphanies, right? So for some of you this week, or last week coming up into this week going into next week, you might start to get a couple of epiphanies on how to go about this new way of doing something, right? Y'all know I like to make this very interpersonal, right? So even for myself, I know that I don't go to too many readers. If you watch me, you know I always tell y'all be very careful on how many readers you go to, because not everybody is a good reader, and some people are great readers, but when you have too many readers and you go to too many different readers, you get too many different messages, and now you don't know what to align with. So I've dropped down to really only one main reader, but two at most, three at best. One of them don't really be open like that, so it's really two. And even just recently with my own reading, one of my favorites, you know, that she never really misses for me. She's pretty on point most of the time. So even for her, she was even telling me, like, fuck all of the shit that people was telling you. You know what I mean? Like, people were trying to tell you you need to act one way, or trying to tell you that you should go about it a certain way, and actually, fuck that shit. Like, you need to do something different. If you're ready for some new energy, you need to be in some new energy. So say something different. Do something different. Move different, right? And for me, that was a big wake-up call on shifting my focus, because it's helped me shift my focus personally, but it's also caused me to throw away the rule book, right? I had been getting told, like, oh, don't put too much energy into your divine masculine, like, focus on dating around and healing yourself and talk to some other people and da-da-da-da-da. But that doesn't really resonate with my heart space, because I know who I want. I know what I want. Dating is a lot more draining, especially these days, because everybody's bland, boring, tasteless. The dating scene is very, you know. So to hear her say, okay, well, if you want something different, you have to do something different, right? And if you have me on other platforms, you know that I can be a real, I'm a Sagittarius, you know, so we can be on our Sagittarius bully. So I can very much take jabs at him out of hurt, right? But after a while, I noticed it became a mechanism, and I'm going to try not to make this long. After a while, I noticed it started to become a mechanism for me protecting myself, and it only kept me still angry, right? Instead of being on my platforms and being like, you know, I really miss this person, but in this separation, it's really teaching me this. It's really teaching me that. But I had been told by other spiritualists, like, oh, girl, because, you know, because act like you don't really care, because if you act like you care, he just gonna still be on some petty shit, you know? And it took my number one reader, who I typically go to be like, stop doing that. Because staying in that energy keeps you in that energy. And there isn't going to be any new energy, because now you have to shift it, right? You have to shift how you thinking and how you viewing. They gonna shift how they thinking and how they viewing, right? And it's caused me, like I said, to kind of throw away the rule book. And as I'm doing that, it is more so helping me heal my heart, to say, okay, you know what? This person hurt me, but through the hurt, this is what I've learned, right? And though I'm learning to keep my options open, it's also teaching me how much I don't want to keep my options open. You know what I mean? Kind of situation. So it's really kind of helped me have a new way of expressing myself. It has really kind of brought me some epiphanies, and it's helped me shift my focus back to my connection, back to what I love about this connection, back to healing my heart space and healing the connection, and being for the connection, instead of trying to act like I don't care about this person because other people have told me, like, that's what I gotta align with. That's the moral I need to align with, right? So this very much feels the same sort of for some of you, where it's like, throw away the rule book. You know, maybe you align with, oh, I don't want to manifest this person because what's for me will be for me type of situation. But are you manifesting them, or are you staying in alignment with what it is that you believe? right? Maybe you do feel like you manifesting this person, and maybe you watching this and you know that you're a powerful manifestor, right? But if you already know that that alignment isn't working for you, and you've been using this, I'm not going to manifest them because what's meant for me is meant for me, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But if you have the go for to say manifest this person, you know, use that power of manifestation to cultivate that magic, to bring peace, to bring reconciliation, to bring union. Why not align with that? If your spiritual team is like, go ahead, go, do it, we're telling you to do it, you have the green light to do it. Right? Has not manifesting this person helped anything? Has it brought you into any new forms of alignment? A lot of the time, because again, our spiritual team can only do so much. So it's up to us to use the magic and the power that we have to actually help the spiritual team. We have to help them just like they help us, right? For some of you, I am seeing some new gossip. For those of you who have probably been doing that, maybe you're watching this and you're like, no, girl, I've been doing that. You know, I've been trying to stay in alignment, and I've been trying to manifest, and I've been trying to believe, and I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying, heal my heart space. I do feel like there could be some news that is coming in, some good news that is coming in for you. Ooh. My head is itching me. There's some new news. There's some new energy. There's some new things coming in. For some of you, this is about your counterparts' new improvement, right? Divine masculine or divine feminine, it doesn't really matter. But this could also be some news that, you know, they have done some self-improvement, right? And that they have actually changed some new ways of expressing. So that could be something that's coming in as well, where, you know, you start cultivating and using that power and really believing in what it is that you manifesting and cultivating for yourself. And then before you know it, it's like, well, actually, you know, because they reached out, but they are actually doing really good at how they express themselves. They're doing really good at, you know, their changes, and they're showing me that they've changed, and they're showing me that, you know, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? They called me, we reconciled, we talked on the phone for like 4 hours. For some of you, I am seeing, if you're at a distance, they might even travel to you, right, with this plane and this distance card. So for some of you, you might be at a distance from this person, and they might even actually put in the work to say, no, I don't mind driving. You said you where? I'm gonna come see you, right? Because I want to show you, I want to prove to you that I have improved. I want to show you that you know, I am a better person, right? For some of you, again, you are in separation and there is no contact. You are on two different pages, or either you're being inconsistent, right? Because there's inconsistency here. So for some of you, maybe you are manifesting and trying to manifest and trying to stay in alignment, but you're not staying consistent with your manifestations, right? I feel like that's a big problem of mine that I'm working on. Where I can feel real good today and I can manifest it today, and then tomorrow I'll get triggered, right? And then in the midst of me getting triggered, it's like, well, I don't fuck it, I just whatever. I do not see. Right? But having to actually stay on top of that, you know, this says stay on your current path. So for some of you, if you are in the midst of manifesting, don't trigger yourself off of that, because it can be so easy to manifest something that you want and want that peace and want that reconciliation with this person, but then before you know it, it's like you think about some shit that they did to make you mad 2 months ago, and now you like, well, actually, fuck this, I don't care, fuck that. I don't even fuck everything, I don't give a fuck about nothing, I don't even want love no more. And it's like, now you're being inconsistent, right? That's that push and pull energy. You pull them in, and then you push them away, and then you pull them in, and then you push them away. Divine feminine, we can be very big on that, right? And that's why it's even more important that we remember the power that we have and the magic that we have. And the moment you feel confident, you draw them in, you feel confident, because you're powerful. There's so much power, there's so much magic with us, right? But then as soon as you get mad at the motherfucker, and then you like, well, whatever, and then you push it away again, because you're not exactly being aware of the power that you have, the power in how you speak, the power in how you align, the power in your manifestations to say, okay, if I get out of alignment, when I say I don't want it, I'm pushing it away. because I'm mad, right? Because I'm in my feelings for the moment. But then when you feel good and you miss this person and you really get the feeling like, okay, I think I do want to manifest this. Then you pull it in, but then you push it away again, right? So be very careful on those inconsistencies. Be very careful on how you're thinking. So for some of you, again, you need a new way of thinking, right? You want increase, you want prosperity, you want abundance, you want a prosperous connection with this person, regardless of if you're a divine masculine or divine feminine. So this is a good time to ask yourself, how are you being inconsistent? Do you feel really, really good today, and then tomorrow you feel like this ain't gonna work and I'm just wasting my time and this is bullshit hogwash because they've hurt me and I feel away? Even at the bottom of the deck, wrong card. Bottom of the deck we have waterfall, right? Which says overflowing emotions, happiness, passion, creativity, giving from the heart, right? So we have a lot of good energy that is coming in. But for some of you, you get triggered with, limited perceptions and disappointment and despair, and, you get wrapped up in those feelings of pain and upset and hurt all over again that make you be like, okay, well, this is a waste of my time, right? I want this person, but it'll never work out for me, so I'm just not going to waste my time. Don't be inconsistent, right? You pull it in, you push it in. For others of you who are already kind of staying on top of it, stay on top of it. You will be receiving some really good news very soon, right? You'll be getting some good news. Some of you might be getting something in the mail, like if you are at a distance, like military or something like that. You might be getting like I'm kind of seeing Dear John, the movie. I think he was in the military, and they were sending notes back and forth, like letters. So you might actually get some mail, right? For some of you, you might actually get some information. They might actually tell something to you. You might hear something as well, right? Where it's just like, cause your person, you know what I'm saying? Cause we was out or whatever, and then they start, you know what I'm saying? They got a little tipsy. They start talking about you. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely expect to hear something. But for a lot of you, I'm seeing a lot of you need to make peace, right? If you're still angry and you're upset and it's causing some inconsistencies, you need to make peace with that. For others of you, you want to make peace with this person, right? You want to actually be at peace with this person and make amends with this person. But you're needing to actually stay in your power, stay in alignment, and believe that you have the power in the midst of your fingertips to be able to call this in, attract it in, and bring it into alignment for you. And that's going to be with how you're expressing yourself. That's going to be with how you're thinking as well, okay? Shift your focus to what you do want, not what you don't want. Shift your focus to what you want from this person, not what you don't want, okay? That could be a really hard thing. Throw away that rule book. If you feel like, oh, I'm just going to do it by this because this is my moral code, you might need to actually change and shift what your moral code is, because it's not working, in order to get that growth and that expansion that you want in this connection, okay? So let's pull a couple of these, and then we're going to jump over to channeled messages. These cards be so upside down. Okay. Give me 4 cards. For divine collective, for my divine counterpart collective, divine feminine, divine masculine. So let's see. Yeah, door to personal happiness and healing. You see how that door is opening? You see there's a white dove. You see there's a rainbow. So for some of you, it's about simply opening that door for yourself, okay? It's about remembering that you have power to open that door. For some of you, you've already opened the door, okay? You've already done the healing. Now it's time for you to actually get in alignment with what makes you happy. Adjacent possibilities. Yeah, like I said, you see these doors opening, more doors, right? There's a door here opening. All these doors here are open, okay? So for some of you, this gives me definitely making sure that you're opening the doors. You have power to open these doors. You have the magic to open these doors. You just have to believe in it. You have to believe in your manifestations. You have to believe in what it is that you're in alignment with. You have to change how you're speaking over yourself. Change how you're thinking about yourself, okay? Make peace with what was, okay? Get balance within your own self. What did I just say? the sun. So there's that new beginning. For a lot of you, there are possibilities for a new beginning. I feel like you just have to pick it. What new beginning do you want for this connection? How do you want it? It's like going to the restaurant. What do you want to eat? How do you want it? How do you want your burger? How do you want your steak cooked? How do you want your pasta? How do you want your eggs made? Scrambled, fried hard, sunny side up, omelet, cheese, no cheese. It's time for you to really get in alignment with that and actually stick with that and understand that you have the power and the magic to be able to cultivate it. Because new beginnings are definitely coming in. That's why I said I saw 222 as I was recording. Okay, unions are happening. Relationships are happening. It is the springtime, so things are blossoming. And these came out at the same time. So for a lot of you, you need some grounding and some root chakra work. Because your fears and your worries are what's getting in the way. I'm going to put these together. That's why I said they came out at the same time. What else came out? Yeah. I can't make this up. If you hear me shuffling, you hear me shuffling. So you really have to make sure that you're staying in alignment with what it is that you want. Patience is down at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull one more card, but just for right now, patience is down at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, I am picking up that, again, you do want somebody to speak. But either you could be nervous or they could be nervous. You could be nervous that they're not going to speak, and it could be causing some anxieties. Whoever you're watching for could want to speak to you as well, but they could have some anxiety. So patience is going to be needed at this time. If you're the one watching this and you have something to say, be patient with yourself. Okay? Work through your anxieties. Make sure you're grounding yourself. For some of you, I'm also picking up that the communication is what's kind of making you nervous. Like, maybe you want to say something, but you're scared to say it. Or either you want to express yourself as someone who's waiting for the other person, but you're scared to express yourself. And for some of you, you're waiting on communication because there's separation, right? Because we did have the distance card. So there's that, not in contact, separation kind of energy. And you're waiting on someone to speak to you, but then I think the patience of it all is what's causing you to worry. It's causing anxiety, and it's getting you ungrounded. Okay, the thing about manifestation, the thing about magic is you have to be grounded and secure in what it is that you're asking for as well. Like I said, right, you have to know that you have power. You have to know that you have magic in what it is that you're asking for. So how are you being secure in what it is that you're manifesting for yourself, right? Even for some of you, maybe you are waiting on communication and you need to still be the one to speak. How are you speaking over yourself? When you get anxiety and you feel ungrounded, do you start speaking negativity over yourself? Well, this ain't going to happen and this is going to be stupid and I'm wasting my time. Watch that throat chakra, right? Kind of like how I said in the beginning, right? I'm going to try to project my throat chakra. I'm going to try to project so you can actually hear me, because I've been seeing y'all in the comments like, girl, you be talking, you be speaking some good game, but we can't really hear you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta speak up, right? So for some of you, that could even be the same regard. How are you speaking up? How are you speaking out? Right? That root chakra and that throat chakra. Making sure that it's not bringing you any anxiety. Making sure that you're talking yourself through the anxieties, right? How are you using that throat chakra to actually affirm yourself and push yourself to get back grounded during this time? So let's get one more. Journey came out. Well, it had already flipped over, but it came back out, so I'll take it. Bottom of the deck, Healer of Ages. Okay, so again, there is still a lot of healing going on within this particular collective. Okay, I did see 222, so this is another 2. A lot of enlightenment coming in for both parties. Okay, there's a lot of enlightenment happening for both parties. There's a lot of things being revealed, things being illuminated, right? But I do feel like you guys are still crossing that bridge. Okay, you still see she's still on this this bridge here. So there's still a lot of bridge to gap. There's still a lot of crossing over that needs to happen, but it is happening. Okay, so the question here will be, How often, how well can you be secure in knowing that, right? This flipped over, I'm not going to take it, but it also flipped over. So meditation, 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 okay? Staying in alignment is giving meditation, is giving manifestation, it is giving staying in alignment, okay? Staying in alignment is going to be very, very big, okay? So it's going to be very important for you guys at this time. But again, the door to personal happiness and healing is happening, okay? Maybe you're the one watching this and you want to speak, but you have anxiety and you're scared. That's a part of your healing. It's a part of your healing to speak up for yourself. It's a part of your healing to actually go after and speak up after what it is that makes you happy, okay? For some of you, again, maybe you're waiting for somebody to speak, and it's very important for you to remember that the possibilities are endless. Doors are opening. New beginnings are happening. But how are you healing that anxiety that you have? Because since this person hasn't said anything, oh my God, this Mercury retrograde is killing me. I can already tell this Mercury retrograde is going to annoy the dog shit out of me. Because the way that these videos stop and just freeze out of nowhere, and I'll be like this close to being done, I'm going to just shoot myself in the face. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying. Anyway, I know I was here. So again, there are new beginnings. How are you meditating and manifesting to make sure that you're staying in alignment, okay? How are you reminding yourself, right, and releasing these anxieties around new beginnings that can be had, okay? How are you manifesting and actually staying in alignment with what it is that you want, okay? Because the possibilities are endless, okay? So don't feel like just because it looks one way, it's going to stay that way forever, okay? But actually making peace and finding peace with what's going on, actually understanding and knowing that peace will be brought, okay? Even at the bottom of the deck, up under that, unity, right? So unity is going to be had. Union is going to be had. Like I said, I saw 222 as well. So it's not that these things are not going to happen, okay? It's about staying in alignment with these things. It's about manifesting what it is that you actually want, believing in your power to manifest these things and attract these things, believing that the possibilities are endless, and understanding that one or the other one still has healing to do. That's why I said maybe you're the one waiting for somebody to speak. They could be the one still trying to bridge this gap and getting enlightenment. Maybe person watching, you already got the enlightenment, but your counterpart is still having to learn how to open the door to their own personal happiness and healing in the meanwhile, and still bridge this gap, even though you are already on the other side, okay? Maybe you're the one waiting to speak, right? And it's like, remember the enlightenment that you're getting. Remember that this urge to speak, you might be scared to speak to your counterpart. You might be scared to say what it is you got to say, but there is healing in that. There's happiness on that other side of this bridge, okay? And maybe through the anxiety for all of you, maybe neither of those align. Maybe you are in communication and you're talking, but maybe just speaking over yourself and using that throat chakra to help reground you in the midst of your anxieties, right? To when you want to think negatively, say, no, we're not. We're going to rework how we're thinking, right? We're going to rework how we're expressing ourselves and how we're expressing what we want. We're not going to think about what we don't want and talk about what we don't want from that throat chakra, right? From that fear space. But we're going to talk about what we do want. We're going to talk about what these new beginnings is going to look like. We're going to talk about what that happiness look like when it come in. And we're going to focus on all of the positive things that can come forward. Okay. Any matching numbers? Let me see. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 1, we have 2, we have 8, we have 6, we have 10, we have 12, reducing down to a 3, we have 9. So 7, 8, 9 is definitely coming to mind. 8, 9, 10. 12, 12, and I did see 222 as well. Okay, so 222 might be something that you're seeing. 7, 8, 9 might be something that you're seeing. 10, 10 might be something that you're seeing. Okay, I already said 222. And your root chakra and crown chakra, root chakra and throat chakra for some of you could be off, okay? Maybe it's not the crown, maybe it's not the throat chakra, but maybe it's the root chakra, okay? And maybe for some of you, it's both, all right? Remember to start down at that root chakra and work all the way up, okay? Because if that base chakra is messed up, it's going to throw everything else in alignment off. So that means your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart, and your throat will all be out of alignment, okay? So making sure that you get grounded so you can be in alignment. For those of you that know that your ground chakra, your root chakra is fine, maybe it could just be your throat chakra that needs some work, okay? Do some throat chakra exercises. For some of you, again, if it's not your throat chakra, maybe it's just that reminder to work through and get grounded through those anxieties, okay? But that is everything. I'm going to have to unfortunately stitch this video together. If this resonated, definitely let me know. Leave me down some comments below in the description box. Check it down below in the description box. Leave me some comments down in the comment section. If you could hear this video a little bit better with me projecting, let me know. Because I'm going to try to make sure I project, even though I feel like I'm hollering and talking really fucking loud right now. And yeah, if you want to book a personal, I do love readings only on Friday. Check down below in the description box so you can get with me on Twitter, so you can definitely keep up with love readings for Fridays. Today is Friday, so by the time you see this, it should be Friday night. Hopefully, if this video goes ahead and stitches, it takes so long to actually stitch together so I can upload it. So hopefully this will be uploaded when it's still Friday. If not, then you'll see it on Saturday. Subscribe, like if this definitely resonated. Leave me some comments if this resonated. Check down below in the description box so you can find me on my other platforms. And definitely make sure you get us over on Patreon. The channeled messages from the Divine Feminines, Divine Counterparts will be typed. Okay, there. I'm not going to record it because Mercury retrograde is already doing a whole lot. So make sure that you get us over on Patreon. Counterpart channeled messages will be typed today. I think that's everything. Thanks for checking out my video. I deeply appreciate it. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you people later.